Welcome to the channel. This is RecklessTv, and we are reacting to Jubilee again. Whose body is the most attractive? Pause. Girls and guys. Let's get straight to it.
The particular body type on the internet or in the media, and I know that I want that, so I work for that.
Like when you see on social media and stuff, it's just kind of like very glamorized.
Growing up, I thought like, okay, if I want to be attractive, I have to have a six-pack.
So I feel like I would be ranked last just because I don't really fit that type of standard.
I mean, you just get a bunch of like random dudes in a room and be like, just go out in your underwear. You expect it to be really weird and awkward.
I'm gonna tell you right now how this ranking is gonna go. So, statistically, the girls like a V-taper. Period. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. They like the V-taper. So the people who have the closest thing to a V-taper is 1 and 2. However, they don't like too much muscle. So he might, instead of being first, he might be second or third. This guy might be first because the girls want to know that, all right, he keeps up with himself, like in shape, but it's not so excessive. Like, they're going to think from a woman's perspective, they're going to think, oh, bro right here is going to be in the gym for 2, 3, 4 hours. When he's going to have time to give me attention, to him, they're like, oh yeah, he works out for like 30 minutes to an hour, but that's pretty much it. You're dead last, I'm sorry. You're second to last, and you're third to last. Like, bro.
For this episode, we're actually going to reveal the audience ranking first.
Okay. Surprise, surprise.
Let's see how much people hate us right now.
Ariel, why don't you switch with Omari? Avi, switch with Eric. Avi, switch with Omari. Albert, switch with Omari. And Albert, switch with Avi. And this is how the world has voted most attractive body type.
I was close. I was close. Yeah, I was close. Again, I'm talking about the woman's perspective, so I'm assuming the audience was a balance of both man and woman. And men, no gay shit. Men see they're like, oh, he's big, he's strong, he got a lot of muscle. I think it might be the 6-pack actually, because I saw the outline of a 6-pack, and he does have that V-taper, shoulder to waist ratio. He kind of has that shoulder to waist ratio. You're just skinny, dad bod, and then obese.
I totally understand the audience ranking because if you're looking at just physicality, not even knowing our personalities or who we are, of course we're gonna have, sexy 6-pack over here and, me over here. Why not? I think Latinos are hella sexy, so I don't get why we're over here. Come on, guys, but I respect this. I like it. How do y'all feel?
Comfortable, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's hard for me to really judge on it. I guess the audience has voted.
Simple. This isn't attractive, statistically speaking. This is definitely not attractive, and it's unhealthy. This is also possibly unhealthy. This is also unhealthy, but it's probably healthier than this. Yeah, I don't know why he mentioned personality, because this is based on attractiveness, and when people talk about attractiveness, we don't give a fuck about your personality. It's about how good you look. And y'all three don't look that good. No offense. Pause. I don't swing that way. But
I was expected to be probably more down the line, maybe like 3 or 4. Growing up, I was always like, told like, hey man, you look like a twig, or you're very skinny.
I feel like it's pretty okay to feel comfortable when you're the 2 slut, though. You know what I mean? Oh, no, this is fine. I'm the second hottest in the room. I guess I'm okay with it.
I think it makes sense for the way that, like, I think people generally view the world just based on like what you see in the media, social media, or whatever. Do I think that it makes sense for anyone as an individual? Not necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not shocked because when I was younger, growing up, that's exactly the body type that I wanted to look like. My whole life, I compared myself to that, so I think it's expected. So I'm not surprised, but I did have a little bit more hope.
No, you're ugly. Period. Sorry.
You guys can discuss how you want to do this ranking, and then it's all up to you guys. And as you're talking, feel free to move each other around as much as you want.
How do you feel about being like in the middle? Do you feel like you should be farther ahead?
Actually, I was shocked because growing up and stuff, like my mom always told me that, like, you know, you'd be more attractive if you gained a little bit more weight. That's why, like, I thought that I would be last, just because that society probably just thinks that skinny guys don't deserve love. But I feel like they do, though.
You do.
Yeah.
We love you.
When I was a child and stuff, I
Pause.
always compare myself to like these older and attractive men that had abs and that had chests. I didn't even know like what I was watching, but I was kind of like just intrigued that I wanted to be that already.
Like for me, I'm not sure how old everyone is, but you know, I grew up in the whole like Abercrombie and Fitch era. Like you walk in, it's like six-pack abs like on the wall. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that motivated me. Like I wanted that growing up. Do you, any of you guys think it's wrong to want to look like another body type?
Yes. Because I feel I had a similar, thing to you, where I used to be, roughly like 110 pounds bigger, and I remember people treating me a certain way. Dating was very tough. People didn't want to, date the type I was, and then I lose all this weight, and I start getting treated differently. And it really showed me like I was the same person, and I wanted so bad to look like a certain type and lose a certain amount of weight. But at the end of the day, like I was like, I almost kind of hate the way society's treating me as a smaller person.
Well, that's definitely an interesting answer, but me personally, like if I were to answer that question, I think it's fine to want a certain body type, because for me, I just use it as fuel, like motivation. Like I'm just gonna try to drive as much as I can to get to that point.
I think for me, it's like there's a difference between it being like a motivator, something you love, something you're passionate about, and something that can like deeply consume you into like a dark hole. And it's going to that dark hole where like check yourself.
So as a group, do you guys ever like get any like criticism, or is it a lot of like self-criticism? Because sometimes your own thoughts can like sabotage you.
I think a lot of it for me is self-criticism. Like I know I'm ranked all the way over here, but like when I look in the mirror, I still see like 5 things, 10 things I don't like about myself, and that I still want to change about myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of it really is self-imposed, definitely influenced by the people around you. So I still have work to do myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like that's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
But also surrounding yourself with individuals who like want the best for you is also good.
After I work out, so I'm just like, wow, I look like the sexiest, hottest person on this earth right now. Like
You are the
I could.
Pause. Pause. That's like gay. Bro, like you can support,
I could like
but that's kind of creepy.
if I want to, but then I'm not gonna, just because like I would want to give other people the chance. But then like,
Put this guy in first position.
but then like when I look back on it, like sometimes I do like have like my low days where I'm like I look like the trashiest rat in the garbage.
For me personally, a lot of like my criticism was like projected by other people. I was plus size my whole life, so I would get made fun of in like elementary and stuff like that. They would call me like Ariel the Little Big Mermaid and stuff like that. Oh, like this kid smells, or like this kid somebody farted. It was definitely this kid. Like I think I carry that a lot throughout my life, and like I definitely want to like get healthy, but it's no longer about like being a certain body type. And when I lost 120 pounds. The first thing, one of my idols, like somebody that I really idolized in my life, the first thing that I heard is like, "Oh, you looked better when you were fatter." So it's like you can never please anybody. So you just gotta live for yourself and like
100%.
do what makes you happy, and however you feel best is the motto. So.
I'm very open to being placed anywhere. I don't know which side to go on, so I might as well just put myself in position 3. Just be in the middle, maybe.
If we're ranking each other in terms of attractiveness, I'm gonna go with the people who I feel energy-wise, who I think I'd be most attractive to in like a hangout scenario.
There you go.
Like who can I vibe with? And he's like, I don't know if we can hang. We were talking earlier, so I'd put you guys more ahead, because I think in a friendship I'd be like more attractive.
I don't know who the fuck they're fighting, bro. I don't know why Jubilee's trying to be politically correct. Let's get one thing straight. I'm talking to everybody that's watching this video in the future. Whose body is the most attractive? When the fuck did we say personality? When the fuck did we say who it feels like we can hang out with? No, bro, it is whose body, pause, is the most attractive between all of us. And if we're looking at it objectively, because we don't give a fuck about people's feelings nowadays, because don't pretend like you do, because you really don't. No one really gives a fuck about how people feel. They just want to say that so they don't feel like a dickhead. I don't give a fuck that you're Hispanic. I don't care. Like, bro, this is not, bro. Your waist cannot be bigger than your shoulders. Period. If you're over, let's do over 25% body fat, in my opinion, you need to do some changing, bro. Unless you're like elderly or you're like in your 40s, but still, like, you need to do over 25% body fat. Nah, bro. Like, you gotta change something. Don't get as low as like 10%, because that's not good either. But nah, bro. Like, come on.
It's like, go to beer with you guys, hang out. You seem really cool, but I think I put you at 3. And then I am not in college anymore, and I don't remember what that was like. I don't know if we could have a ton of stuff to get along with, but I would put you at 4, and I hate hanging out alone, so I'm going to 5.
Oh, this is tough. Eric, I think you're an awesome dude. I definitely think you should be over here. You've been like open and warm and like a fun bro.
What spot would you put me in? Who are you switching?
Amari, I think you've been in the first position for a while.
I'm more than happy to move.
Put you number 1.
Oh my God.
Put you number 2. Oh, but I guess happy that too. And one more. I'll put myself here. Oh, this is weird.
Talking like non-physically, I think personality-wise, there are definitely people in this group that I think, much more, open and outgoing in a way that like I wish that I could be. A lot of my confidence is rooted in my physical appearance, and I will be very honest with that. But I'm actually gonna go to a 3. Avi, I think I will put you at a 1. Eric at a 2. And then Ariel at a 4.
I'll put myself last just because I feel like I'm more like laid back and reserved, and like I don't really like take the initiative as much, and I don't really kind of like show my personality like to kind of like random people. Avi, I put you as 4 just because your number 4 is just your vibe, your spot.
That is the nicest way to be like, you're the 4th, it's just your energy.
And then I would actually have
I think you're a 4 because of your vibe. Okay, yo.
RB3, just because like you kind of feel like the neutral stance of like being like introvert but also extrovert too, but also because like you kind of stand the ground between the skinnies and also the thickies as well. I would actually put Ariel at number 2. Eric, you're number 1 just because like you embrace like your body no matter like what anyone else thinks. I feel like that's the type of like mentality I want to have no matter what.
I loved that. That was beautiful. That was great. I feel so warm.
Thank you.
I'm stoked about this. I'm totally okay with this lineup. I won't say no.
Based off of like how well I got to know each and every one of them, in that sense, I do feel like it was a good fit. I don't know. It's hard.
I acknowledge that attractiveness isn't only physical. A lot of it has to do with personality, how you interact with other people, how you make them feel. I know that there are things that I want to work on, which is why I ranked myself at a 3. But then there are other people who I felt outshine me.
So I think the most beautiful thing is just it's your uniqueness. So.
Oh my God, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, bro. The title of the video said whose body is most attractive. So these niggas did not understand the concept of the video, which means physicality. Now, me personally, I think the audience pretty much got it down perfectly. However, I was ranking it from what a woman would think, and I think the woman would switch 1 and 2 just based on lifestyle. But you know what? Hit the dislike button because I know I'm gonna get flamed. I'm gonna say I'm body shaming. It's gonna say you know, I'm a hater, this and that. I don't fuck with fat people, but I used to be fat, and I still don't fuck with fat people. So, if you're fat, fuck you. If you're really skinny, eat some more food. Not too much though. Eat a clean diet. Get in the weight room. Stop being a little bitch. If you think that I am skinny, I'm not. But I'm lean. I'm 5'8", 165 right now. 15% body fat. So I have a six pack. I have some decent size of muscle. But I do want to be 175. Well, around 13% body fat at 5'8". Then I'll probably be extremely happy with how I look. But yeah, that's it. Stay tuned. I'll record like maybe 3 more Jubilee videos, and then that's probably it. Yeah, that's it.